Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Sammy's Whammy. Today we're gonna be playing a new game, battle royale type of game, called Vampire, the Masquerade, something like that, Bloodhunt. Um, it'll be linked down in just in the description below if you want to get it on Steam. It's free. So just gonna be doing a little tutorial / guide. Now there are four different types of vampires, or like eight, you could say. You split it into their own categories, and I'll be showing you how to use each of them individually. So my main ones are from Masquerade, which is either Prowler or the Saboteur. So let's just try a Saboteur for a second. We're going to be queuing up a Geo Team Deathmatch. Although there are 5 different game modes that you can choose in this game. Queue time is a bit long, but that's to be expected. It's alright, it's not too long, considering that other games take way longer. It's definitely more quicker than Apex. Yeah, so while I queue up, I'm just going to be going over the 8 different types of characters that you can play now. So this is based on vampires. It's more lot like Apex in a sense, except you're not in first person, I believe. Apex also didn't do it in third person like the vampire game that we're playing right now. And in this game, I'm currently playing Prowler. We'll just quickly get into the game. Alright, so as you can see, you can pick between 2, 4, 6, 8 different agents, agents. I've been playing way too much Valorant, but 8 different vampires. So the one I'm currently set is on Saboteur. Now essentially he's a bit similar to Prowler. It's just the only difference in abilities is that Saboteur can place traps, while the Prowler can use his bats for info, as you can see in a different video I'll be showing. Yep, just like that. So that person is a Prowler right there, and he just threw his, I guess it's like a little sonar. If anybody is inside this bubble, they will be detected. And okay, well, there's that. Now, as a Saboteur, when you crouch, you will be invisible for, after a few seconds, give or take, just to respawn you. Okay, I became invisible. They've guided. They won't be able to see you most of the time. Yeah. Oh, I sucked. Anyways. Saboteur can place E if anyone does go over that trap. Yep, it'll be activated, and they'll put like a little smoke bomb that you can use to disorient your enemies. His Q ability is the same thing like Saboteur. They can go invis. I personally use it to run away from enemies. It's quite useful in many scenarios, and this is why I like to use Saboteur or Prowler in battle royales. The game what I'm currently playing is Deathmatch, so it's not going to. It'll still be of use even in this game. But yeah. On to the next vampire. Alright, so we just went over the Saboteur and the Prowler. Their abilities are quite the same. Of course, you could change the key bindings. I just left it to default using Q and E. Both of them can vanish, while Saboteur places his sewer bomb, his trap, and the Prowler uses his bats. As you can tell from the video to the right here, you can see him using the bats to locate people. And there's also his ability, instead of crouching and becoming invisible, he is able to basically track wounded enemies that are nearby, as shown in the video to the right. Now, we have the Brute and the Vandal, which is the stronger, musclier types, you could kind of put these into uh, the strong group. So their only abilities for both of them are to do a soaring leap, where they would fly pretty much high in the air just to get away from enemies. Can be useful. Of course, the root has a shockwave punch where it's like a Superman punch really. It sends enemies back with the barrier, while the Vandal has like a same thing but more towards the ground, and it'll definitely lock down the opponents and like make them confused and concussed a bit. Now the Vandal, where the difference lies in this ability right here between the Vandal and the Brute, where the Vandal takes less damage when enemies are near. That's his passive ability, while the Brute's is to regain health when not under fire. Both of them are useful, but I would prefer Adrenaline Rush in a pretty tight spot. This would only be useful if you're practically far away from your enemy, and hopefully they're not chasing you down in a battle royale or anything like that. Next up is the Siren and the Muse. Now I personally have friends that main the Siren. They're quite okay. They're honestly, if you were to compare it to like Valorant, it's like a chamber in a sense. The Siren blinds enemies with like flash grenade, flash bomb. It's their ability, E ability. While the Q is it quickly dashes, as you can see to the right. It's the opposite with the Muse, but I'll explain that later in a bit. However, the Kindred Charm is only pretty much useful in Battle Royale. If you're going to any other different game modes like deathmatches, it won't be that useful. Muse, again, it's the same thing, flash with their E instead. I'm pretty sure Sign was a Q. No, it's the same thing, my fault. Never mind. That was Sign. I was still on Sign. Anyways, Muse, Q. They quickly dash, and they can heal themselves and nearby allies. That is good in Battle Royale. You could also use that in Team Deathmatch. Final Act, I personally never used this before, but I'm pretty sure in Battle Royales when you're knocked down, you're still able to use your powers and able to regenerate faster. Now the last group of vampires that we'll have is Venture. So we got the Enforcer and Warden which recently just came out. Well, I've played Enforcer and Warden before. They're both pretty powerful in their own different perspectives. The Q ability for both of these allow you to be invulnerable for a certain amount of time. Even if a person is shooting at you while they waste their clips, you're still able to you're not able to shoot, as you can see in the video. As soon as you hit the Q, the only downside is that you can't really shoot or switch weapons or anything along those lines. It's just you're just invisible, like invulnerable for a few seconds, but that's about it, which can be the difference in timing in this game. Enforcer has an E which allows him to dash towards his enemy and suppress them. It does help, you essentially concuss them, and they aren't able to see or move for a bit. And of course, enemies are slowed due to this subjugating presence. That's his passive ability as an Enforcer, while the Warden is different in the hands of the E ability, where they're able to shackle, so they're not allowed, they can't move from a certain spot of when they were shackled, and if they do, they'll take a considerable amount of damage. That is useful if you're in a team play, especially in a deathmatch or even a battle royale if you're teaming up with your duo or trio Q. And I've personally never used this ability, but it's only available in a battle royale game where he can refill his armor by feeding. Now, what I like about this game is that there's customizations. You can customize the character or the vampire to any way you want. There's also the store, which you could purchase. You could purchase these points, these tokens, using real money. If not, you can actually get them from the pass, which is free, unlike other games where you would have to purchase them in order to get the items. So that's definitely a plus side to to playing this game. You also got little side quests and quests that you could do in the main lobby that you could finish up. I personally haven't finished much of it, as you can tell from here. There's also challenges that you could do. Again, this is for XP, which will be used to go level up in the battle pass. And again, there's also mastery, which is like skills, and there's different customizations. So like all of these you can be used in customizations. There's the wardrobes, player icons, player banners, emotes, eyewears, masks, piercings, outfits, and there's many more. So I like the different varieties in this game. Definitely nice to have. Now the downside of playing this game, so if I press E right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's only 5 game modes that this game has, and in each one there's only 2 games that are solo that we could play. This is just a tutorial, so I don't even know if this counts as a game. I guess it's like more of a training practice you could go into. But yeah, so there's only solo, duos, trios, and there's only 2, so you can only do duos for Battle Royale, trios for Battle Royale. You can't even solo it yourself. Bloodhunt is a different type of game mode. All players have 1 extra life, feed on civilians to regain that. I guess you could count on this being a Battle Royale, but it's a bit different in itself. It sucks that you can't play with more than 3 people, and it just puts it's not that team friendly or co-op friendly, I should say. Trios team deathmatch is pretty good. That's what I usually play, but I would go into solo queue and queue up with random people, which is a downer sometimes. But I like how they also have a voice feature and a chat feature that you can use during the game, so that's pretty good. Overall, this game is not too bad considering that it just came out in 2021 last year, so it's pretty good overall. The game mechanics are quite nice as well. You can climb buildings just by holding down the spacebar or your jump button, whatever you set your keybinds to, which is quite nice. You can also, it's like the movement is a lot similar to Apex in a sense, where you just jump, or you just sprint, and then just jump, crouch, get a little slide in there. It's quite nice. I like the movement here, definitely pretty good. Now to compare it to other Battle Royale games that I have played before, the only other 2 are just Apex and Fortnite, and really this is different. This has a whole different concept, which I like. It's not too similar to many other other Battle Royale game modes, like perhaps Unknown Battlegrounds, CS:GO one. I think CS:GO might be a bit different. I'm sorry. God, I don't know, man. I haven't played those games in a while, so I low-key forgot. But anyways, it has its own concept, and it is fun in itself. I highly do recommend that you guys play this game. Try it out. Who knows, you might like it. I thought it was gonna be a bit trash at first, but I do enjoy playing it. I'm already level 19 in the top left corner, as you can see. Yeah, it is definitely fun. I do recommend it. The download link will be in the description box below, guys. If you guys do have any questions or want any more videos regarding Bloodhunt, do let me know in the comment section below. And until then, please leave a like, subscribe, and comment down. And thank you. Have a great day, guys. Peace.